In this week's copy of the Winchester Times investigative story, evidence that newspaper sales are decreasing. What are the possible causes of decline? What are the alternatives, advantages and disadvantages? Possible outcomes of the decline. The most likely causes of decline are online versions of newspapers. These are generally more accessible and feature extra content than printed newspapers. Other online news providers, such as BBC News, usually have shorter articles that are very to the point. Also, online-only newspapers such as the Huffington Post have had an effect. These sorts of websites are very attractive to younger audiences as they bridge the gap between newspaper and website and also contain a lot of social networking options. Smartphones and tablets have also contributed as they are incredibly transportable and apps can be downloaded for every newspaper, so people can still read the news while out, but using a smaller, more convenient device. There are some advantages to decline of printed newspapers, including more online content such as photo essays and videos that are not available in the printed version. This also provides opportunities for people who work in other media sectors to get work published on a national and international level. As there's basically no limit to the amount of content that can be held on a website, there are more opportunities for non-professionals to get work published for free in order to build up a portfolio and get experience. Immediate comments are also a benefit from this, as the writer can receive feedback almost immediately from readers. There are also some disadvantages to decline though. Consumers without internet access lose out. Currently they only miss out on the extra content, but this may not always be the case, as publications increasingly become online only. This increases competition for journalists to find jobs, although it will become easier to get articles published as there is no size limit with online newspapers. There will also be a knock-on effect for people who work in publication. As less newspapers are being printed, less people will be needed to print them. There will also be a similar problem with distribution. There are several possible outcomes to declining newspapers. Likely outcomes are the amount of printing of newspapers will decrease to a point where they stop altogether, causing job losses in the publication and distribution industries. Newspapers will start charging for access to online content. This is likely to be cheaper than buying a printed newspaper, though as printing and distribution costs are not reflected in the price. Access will be limited to those with online connection.